Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for SH Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper. This is with the shield and baton set. Now this is an exclusive, hence the shipper box here and this logo. I did pay premium price for it. I got it from Nippon-Yasan, and I actually got this a couple of weeks back. And it's one of those, I'm sure a lot of toy collectors has this experience when the movie is just around the corner, or it could be an anime that's currently showing, and toy companies out there just announced that they're going to make this. They're up for pre-order. Obviously, with all the hype, you want to do that, which I have myself. I've done this multiple times. By the time you get the figure, you're on to other things that are currently showing or airing. So the hype kind of died down by the time you get the figure. And that's kind of what happens to this. Although, I think the Star Wars franchise is going strong with their new movie upcoming, Rogue One. But still, for the time being, other movies showed up, or other anime that are looking forward into getting the figures, or just other things I want to review first. And this kind of gets pushed back at the end. Kind of like that. Anyways, we got this. And another thing I want to talk about, it's a bit of a long intro. It's that you have the Stormtrooper with the blaster rifle, and it's one of those when you see another release just with a different weapon set, and it makes you wonder, why not just add this to the original release? But it makes me wonder, well, Stormtrooper, you kind of want an army build with that, and more or less you're just gonna have another Stormtrooper holding that weapon. But if they did include them originally, you're just gonna end up with a lot of accessory unused. So it does make sense to release another Stormtrooper with a different weapon set, as opposed to just selling the weapon set separately or including it all together onto one. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. End of front there. Alright, so here's the shipper box. See if you're curious what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Alright, so here's the box. Quite nice. Get some posing there. There we go. And let's take a look at the figure right here. And well, obviously without the shield and, and the baton. Alright, so I'm doing the articulation, although it's pretty much the same as the first one. If you haven't seen that one, well, here we go. So for the neck, you're fairly decent. And actually, I kind of forgot what the first one feels like after a lot of figures that I've reviewed since then. Then you have your shoulder joint here. You have that floating collar there inside. You got your shoulder armor here, which is on a hinge, which you can fold back to give you more articulation for the shoulder, which is great. I like that. You got the bicep swivel. Elbow band, I believe that is double jointed, although that could have been better if it's a little bit more rounded. Then you got your wrist joints here, which you can swap out with different hands. And now for the torso, it looks like there's a hinge there, which you can rotate in, probably a ball joint combination on top or bottom. Then you got your waist here. And you got this flaps here that you can move up. They're all in hinges. Quite nice. Then you got your leg here, which it's actually not the... It's like a different style hinge. It's kind of like the Awakened Goku, where it's filled down the bottom here. There's no ball joint. So, which is actually nice. I like that style. Well, for the most part. Sometimes you want the one that where you're able to pull down, just kind of give you a bit more articulation. But then again, the Stormtrooper is an armored suit, so you're not really getting much articulation to begin with. Alright, so you have your tie swivel there. You got your knee bend. It's double jointed, just depending on how you bend it. This looks awkward here with that thing on top, so you may want to bend a little bit further more. You're getting that 90 degree, but at least this is in the middle. It's not too bad. Actually quite work out well. There we go on the back side. Then you get your ankle articulation, which I still find a little stiff. I wish you can pull this somehow. I'm not sure if you can, but just it's fixed there. You cannot bend this backward. but you do have the ankle tilt there, and you have your toe joint. So it's a bit limited on the ankle here, but not too bad. All right. Quality-wise, it looks great. I mean, there's a little minute details that sometimes I see, but overall, the quality and the look looks really nice for the First Order Stormtrooper. Quite nice. Right, so that's that. Moving on, let's take a look at the Baton. The Baton is right here. And I do remember the mold kit where you have to paint quite a bit. This one, everything is ready for you, which is great. Yeah. And there is the separate piece which opens up right here. And as you can see, you just swap it out, which is a nice thing. There we go. So you can easily swap that out, and while keeping that hand on here. So for the hands, let's see here. We get basically 3 extra ones. So the one on the right is to hold this, and I believe they typically hold it kind of like underarm. And getting this thing there, it's a bit tricky on its own as well. I always have that problem. So let's see here. I'm trying to figure this out here. There we go. All right, good enough. So we got that. We're just gonna swap this out here from the closed fist. Pop that out. Get this on here. There we go. Quite nice. I can swing that around. Other than that, you have these hands here, which is kind of like the support. I think they have this for, you know, the blaster, which is right here. This is the normal one. Yep. I mean, you can swap it out and you kind of have a support, but then again, you don't really want to hold the baton. It's gonna like trick you. So that's that part. Other than that, you have the shield here. Now the shield, interestingly enough, has a molded hand there already. So you just gotta put the arm there, and that's it. And another thing with this shield, it's actually nicely detailed, is that this part here, it's actually somewhat translucent. It's actually really dark, though, it's like tinted. It's actually great if you're trying to block or something, a big explosion, and you can still kind of see what's happening, even though there's like a bright light or a bright flash. Alright, so here we go. It's kind of like a Riot shield. But then again, I think this is for crowd control, having a baton and a shield. Yeah. Alright, and there you go. It's quite nice. Move the shield around quite well. And yeah, that's just perfect, having that molded hand there. And it just makes sense. It's quite tricky and troublesome sometimes trying to get a hand like this and putting on the handle, which is in there. And I'm glad that they did this. And more than often, you're gonna have this shield on him. Yeah, well, especially for this set, that's what it's made for. Right, then let me just kind of move this around, do certain poses. And that's pretty much it for this review. There's not much into it. But yeah, you can do a lot of cool poses with this, and along with your other Star Wars figures. Again, they're 1/12 scale. They kind of upscale in the Black series, but I think they're a little smaller. Yeah, I think from what I recall, the Black series is the tallest. Was it the tallest one? No. The mold kit is the tallest one. Black series somewhere in the middle, and the Figuarts is the smallest in terms of scaling. It's kind of weird. But they're all in like 1/12 scale. Alright, then I'll just swap that out. So there we go. Yeah, really nice figure. I highly recommend getting it if you're willing to shell out the price. Again, it is an exclusive, unfortunately. That's kind of how it is. I think the next one will be the Heavy Gunner, and I'm actually kind of looking forward into getting. I'm really happy with this, so more than likely for that one, hopefully I review it right away. And I think it's supposed to come out this end of the August, so probably get it earlier September. Anyways, that's about it for this review. Hope you guys like it. If you got questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.